to the talk this evening by Dr. Kannan on mind awareness and management lessons in the Yoga Vedanta system. My name is Anitha Nair, and I am one of Dr. Kannan's My name is Anitha Nair, and I'm one of Dr. Kannan's several hundred students located globally who have been studying mind awareness and management in Bhagavad Gita since May 2020 for the past 124 sessions. This actually shows Dr. Kannan's dedication to his role, his teaching skills, and his depth of knowledge in the subject. Dr. Kannan is a Kathakali performer, trainer, and researcher, and works as the project director of the SNA Kudiyata Kendram, which is a regional center of the Central Sangeet Natak Academy of New Delhi, which works to promote the dance form Kudiyatam. Dr. Kannan has also worked as the director of the Higher Studies Campus at Kerala Kalamandalam Deemed University, where he has conducted several theatre workshops for international and Indian theatre students. Dr. Kannan has developed a mind awareness and management system, which is for better understanding the movements of the mind and for also developing the effective functioning of day-to-day activities. Dr. Kannan has been involved in conducting workshops for promoting this system, and it is as part of this that Dr. Kannan is currently in the UK. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Dr. Kannan onto this prestigious stage at the Nehru Centre to give his talk on mind awareness and management lessons in the Yoga Vedanta system.
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Namaste. First of all, I would like to thank Nehru Center for arranging this talk on mind awareness and management. Yesterday in Oxford, I talked the same subject and there were a number of interactions, and I hope the same kind of interaction here. Some of our friends are here who were in Oxford as well. What I am thinking of presenting today is mind awareness and management system, management techniques in our yoga and Vedanta systems. Maybe this is too short period of time to present elaborately in both these yoga and Vedanta systems. But still, in general, I will present how this mind awareness and management technique works in these systems. Whatever we are doing in our life, we are actually utilizing our mind, our thoughts, emotions, for involving in various activities. Without using our mind, we are not able to do anything. For example, now you are listening to me, and then you are actually using your mind to listen to me. If you are doing activities at home, you are actually using your mind. Without using your mind, you cannot do anything. If you are working in office, you are actually using your mind. Maybe you are using your hands, you are using your words, verbal language. In whatever way, you are actually utilizing your mind for effective functioning in our day-to-day life. Therefore, without managing your own mind, you are not able to exist at least for one moment in our life. So it is very, very important that we know the techniques to understand about our mind. That is why mind awareness and management. The most ancient text, Rig Veda, even that text talks about elaborately about this mind awareness and management. Why I am talking about mind awareness and management? If you want to manage anything, the awareness is inevitable. Without awareness, you are not able to manage. At first, you need the perfect awareness about that before managing it. For example, if you can imagine a garden, maybe many of you might having your own garden at home. Then in your garden, you have to plant various plants and small trees. And then you have to manage your garden so that it is existing beautifully. For that purpose, you need to have awareness what is there in your garden, no? Without having that awareness, you are not able to manage it. If you have perfect awareness about that you can manage it perfectly, then your garden will grow more than what you are expecting, right? Similarly, your mind is also like a garden. If you are able to look at your mind, if you are able to see your own mind, then you will be able to manage it properly. That is the system existing in our tradition. All these yoga tradition, all these Vedanta tradition, all this our traditional religious system is actually for the purpose of observing our own mind. For example, Lalita Sahasranamam, very famous religious book, everybody are reading it. In that book, it says, Manorupekshu Kodanda, Panja Tanmatra Sayaka, Manorupa Ikshu Kodanda. The Lalita Devi, she is actually holding a bow of sugar cane on her left hand. And on her right hand, there are 5 arrows, flower arrows. So this sugar cane is the symbol of mind, actually. So Manorupa Ikshukodanda. Ikshukodanda means sugar cane. The bow with sugar cane on her hand. So here, that sugar cane shows it is a symbol of mind. So all these deities, not only Lalita Devi, all these deities are actually the symbols representative of the internal form of human beings. It is not just worshipping these gods. Actually, we have to read, we have to try to understand these deities to have perfect knowledge about what they are trying to tell us. They are trying to tell us something, these deities. The yoga system more clearly says, Patanjali defines yoga as yoga chittavritti nirodha. So yoga means, the word yoga means samadhi or one-pointed state of mind. That is the meaning of the word yoga. Yuj samadhau. Yuj, the root of the word yoga is yuj. Yuj means samadhau. When your mind is pointed one-pointed, then it is called yoga. So yoga means you have to focus your mind. If you want to focus your mind, then chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta vritti nirodha. You have to control the activities of your chittam. Chittam is actually not just mind. Chittam is the inner mind where all your vasanas, samskaras are stored. It can be called as store consciousness. For example, whatever we are doing, according to our yoga system, whatever we are doing, there will be an impression in us. If the impression is positive, it is called punyam. If the impression is bad, we call it papam. So papam and punyam, that bad impressions, bad samskaras, bad vasanas, that create unhappiness. And good vasanas create happiness and leads us towards good activities. So all our activities, for example, now you are here. You are here because of the impression, because of your inner samskara, vasana. The tendency, subtle tendency inside you leads you. Okay, mind awareness and management. Okay, I will listen to that, what it is. So that feeling you are having because of this subtle tendency inside you. That subtle tendency is because of our previous activities. And all these previous samskaras, the subtle tendencies are kept inside this store consciousness. That store consciousness is called chitta. Therefore, when you are doing something, naturally this inner tendency comes forward and influences for taking some decision. For example, if you are going for some kind of festival or something, many things are happening. Then some people go for certain things, and other people go for another kind of activities. No, that is because of your inner tendency, samskara. That inner tendency leads you. Yoga is the system to build up positive tendencies inside our mind. That is how it is actually controlling chitta vritti nirodha, building up positive samskaras. For that purpose, yoga asks us to do practice regularly. It is called abhyasam. Through abhyasam, Yoga Sutra says, abhyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. Yoga chittavritti nirodha. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. The control happens through abhyasam and vairagyam. What is abhyasam? Abhyasam means continuous practice. Practice with conscious purpose. For what purpose? For example, if you are writing an examination, then you have to go through some kind of practice before writing the examination. That practice is abhyasa. But that is for a limited purpose. After writing the examination, then your abhyasa stopped. If you are a performer, similarly, you are going through practice for a long time. That is abhyasa. But that is for the purpose of performance. But here, the abhyasa is for the purpose of controlling your mind. How is it possible? If you want to control, when I was studying psychology, when Dr. Suresh sir, he used to say that control is vigilant suppression. If you suppress your mind, it is dangerous. The suppression is control without vigilance. If you suppress your mind with vigilance, then vigilant suppression of your mind is called control. So you are able to control your mind, but you need observation, You need to observe, you need to see each thought, what is happening in your mind. Is it possible? Naturally, that is a question arising in the mind. Is it possible to see all my thoughts? It is possible. It is possible. We can, as a gardener is managing his own garden, you are able to see your own thoughts. For that purpose, Yoga Sutra says there are some parinamas, transformations, step by step, some transformations. If you are ready to go through these transformations, it is possible. The first transformation is called Vyuthana Nirodha Samskarayoho Abhibhava Pradurbhavo Nirodhakshana Chittanuyo Nirodha Parinama. The first transformation is Nirodha Parinama. Nirodha means control. And that transformation should happen inside you when you are seeing each thought appearing in your mind. For example, you are thinking, oh, now, if I get a tea, that would be better now. Then that's a thought coming in your mind. Then you are seeing it. You are seeing Abhibhava. That means you are seeing. And then you control it. No, not now. Now the lecture is going on. After the lecture, I will have tea. So then you are controlling it. So that Abhibhavam, it should happen in front of you. That means you should see that. You should observe it. After that, the control. So Vyuthana means the appearance of a thought. Nirodha means control. Both should happen. When thoughts are coming in your mind, at first you observe it and then you are managing it. That is mind awareness and management. Be aware of it. This is traditional technique. This is how the yoga process is going on. And this is the first parinama, first transformation. The second one is this Nirodha Parinama. If you are able to control like that, for example, if you have 100 thoughts in your mind, and if you are able to at least control at least 10 thoughts in your mind, you are not able to control all these 100 thoughts, but you are able to control at least 10 thoughts in your mind. Then, as we said earlier, that creates a kind of samskara inside you, a kind of tendency inside you. So then whenever new thoughts come in your mind, you are able to see that and you are able to control it. So this becomes a kind of nature. When it becomes a nature, that becomes a parinama, a transformation. This is called the first transformation. That means whenever new thoughts in your mind, for example, these kind of urges, desires come in your mind, you become aware of it. The second one, sarvartha taikagratayoho kshayodayo chittasya samadhi parinama. That is the second transformation, samadhi parinama. So firstly, we are able to see the movements of the mind and we are able to control it to an extent. And secondly, you have a number of intentions for your mind. When you are reading a book, you feel, oh, now it is time to watch the movie. You are watching the movie. While you are watching the movie, oh, this is time to call my friend. So then you are moving. So like that. So it is not, your mind is not able to focus upon one thing. So sarvarthata means going towards several things. Sarvarthata ekagratayoho kshayodayo. This sarvarthata, your interest towards various things become less and less. And ekagrata, one-pointed mind, that becomes stronger and stronger. That is the second parinama. As I said earlier, if you work like this, abhyasam, training, then this becomes a habit of your mind. In our day-to-day life, we are able to do this. This is not for any special people. No, this is for everybody. In our family, we are able to do that. When you start talking something which is not necessary to your family members, or when you are in the work office, if you are doing something unnecessary to other people, then immediately you are able to see that and then control it. That is the technique. Once you are doing it regularly, slowly, that becomes a habit. And then some people, when we look at them, we can see that they have some kind of good control upon themselves. It is because they have practiced this for a long time. Similarly, if we do like that, this sarvarthada will become less and less. Sarvarthada means our mind going towards various things. And then one pointed mind, one thing at a time, attending one thing at a time. And earlier I said abhyasa vairagyabhyam. I would like to explain that word, vairagyam. I am using these Sanskrit words because we are talking about yoga. This yoga system is a Vedic system, and also through Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, it is explained elaborately. That is why I am using these Sanskrit words. And if I need to explain more the meaning or something related to that, please ask me. I am ready to explain. Okay. So, here abhyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. Vairagyam. Ragam means attachment. Our mind is having attachment. When you are sitting here and listening to my words, then naturally your mind goes to something related to maybe your family, something related to your work, something related to something else. Then you are sitting here, but your mind is going there. That is because of your attachment. That is called attachment. When we are doing something, if our mind is going towards something else, then that is attachment. So that attachment is the reason for lack of our concentration, lack of one-pointedness. If we are able to reduce that distraction by reducing our attachment, then this one-pointed mind will grow inside us. That is the system, our traditional system. There is no shortcut for that. There is no shortcut at all. This is the only method. Because if you observe, if you know about your mind has a nature to stick to various things. There are two kinds of mind. Two kinds of mind. One is this sticky mind. The mind is having attachment. Another mind, which is transformed mind, no attachment at all. Focused mind, one-pointed mind. So these two kinds of mind. So if you are able to develop yourself, if you are able to practice yourself to reach, to transform your own mind into that stage, where it is not stick to various things. When you are seeing something, your mind goes to that. And when you are seeing, I usually say one example. You are sitting in the office. Your attachment about your house, your family. And when you come to family, your attachment about the office work. Then what happens? You cannot be peaceful at home. You cannot be peaceful at work as well. This is because of the nature of your mind. Then the mind is having attachment by its nature. That need to be transformed by reducing this attachment. How is it possible to reduce the attachment? That is the yoga system completely. There are various methods. He says, Tal pratishedhartham ekatattva abhyasaha. Ekatattva abhyasaha. Some kind of focused activity you do. That ekatattva abhyasaha. Ekatattvam has another meaning. Ekatattvam. One tattvam, one reality, one satyam. There is only one satyam, that is God. No? So think of God. That is also ekatattva abhyasa. We can take it in another sense, like focus your mind upon something, whatever it is. For example, morning walk. You walk with completely focusing your mind from completely one aim. Like some people say, I am walking towards my work for 30 minutes. That is enough for my walk. That cannot be considered as ekatattva abhyasa, because you are walking for the purpose of reaching your office and you are walking back to home. So otherwise you are walking towards shop. Then your purpose is to go to shop. That walk won't work. Walking for the purpose of walking. You understand what I am saying? No? When we are reading, I am reading a novel, and if it is a very good novel, then I won't stop. I will read it for hours and hours, but that cannot be considered as ekatattva abhyasam, because you have a purpose, another purpose. You have a purpose of understanding the story and enjoying the story. That cannot be considered as ekatattva abhyasam. If it is ekatattva abhyasam, then there should not be any other result from your action. The action should be for the purpose of action. In Bhagavad Gita, it says, karma bhala tyagam. The result of the action, I renounce the result of the action. That means I am not worried about the result of the action. That kind of action is actually sadhana, or this process-oriented action. We can call it process-oriented action. Result-oriented action and process-oriented action. When we are doing some action, we are thinking of the result. As I said earlier, when you are writing an examination, your interest is in getting better result, naturally. And even after the examination, your mind is about, what will be the result of the examination? What will be the result of the examination? We will be worried about that. That means result-oriented action. But process-oriented action, another student, I have studied well, and whatever I can do, I just did. This is what I can do. I wrote the examination as perfectly as I can. Now, whatever the result, it comes. That is process-oriented action. Both these students, both of them get the result. Definitely both of them get the result. Whatever action, it has a result. The doer will definitely get the result, no doubt. But the state of mind awareness. So the state of mind, that is important. That is what the state of mind makes an action result-oriented action. The state of mind makes an action process-oriented action. So the process-oriented action is necessary if you want to bring your mind for ekagrata. It says, sarvarthata ekagratayoho kshayodayo. The ekagrata should develop inside you. If you want to develop your ekagrata, one-pointed mind, then your mind should be one ready to do process-oriented action. That is one way, very easy way. which is described by Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, and also in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna explains this aspect with a lot of importance in it. But Yoga Sutra is not giving that much importance for that, because Yoga Sutra is a text for yoga system. But Bhagavad Gita talks about our activities for survival. All of us are doing our activities for survival. You need food, you need shelter, you need other facilities for your existence. And for that purpose, we are doing various activities. And we transform these activities itself. For example, working in office, and working in your community, working in your family, and all these activities you make process-oriented action instead of making it result-oriented action. You just do it. The result naturally will come to us. That is a mind awareness and management. We are actually teaching our own mind to be like this. It is not easy. As I said earlier, we have to see each thought, we have to read. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Karma Yoga. Exactly. The Karma Yoga, as described in Bhagavad Gita, it is the same in Yoga Sutra as well. Yoga Sutra says Kriya Yoga. Both are the same. Tapa, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhanani, Kriya Yoga. Here in Bhagavad Gita, an action always will have a doer, Karaka. Kriya, Karaka, Bhalam. Always there is a doer, and always there is a result. Any action, whatever action it is, you make tea, then there is a doer and there is a result. So for any action, there is a doer of the action and the result of the action. And you understand, you realize that I am not the doer. The doer is the nature. The nature is actually doing. Now I am talking. If you ask me, are you talking? Yes, I am talking. But if you ask me again, really, are you talking? Actually, am I talking? It is actually it's a cosmic action going on. At the same time, various activities happening. My action is actually one among all these cosmic actions. But I think that I am talking. Is it like that? So we realize that I am not the doer. Whatever action we are doing, we feel that I am doing. For example, you are working in the office, or you are with your family members, or you are with your friends, then you think that I am doing. But if we are able to realize the fact that I am not the doer, I am only a part of the cosmic dance. If we are able to think like that, if we are able to realize, then our action becomes something else, no? It goes into another level. That is Karma Yoga. And the result also. I think that the result is because of my action. I think, oh, I am teaching, so many people are learning. So that is not right. My action is only one among various actions happening at the same time. So I am actually a part of all this cosmic movement. And the result also happens as a cosmic movement. Right? So if I am able to realize this, then I never feel that I am the doer. I am only a part of the whole movement. Joyously a part of that is Karma Yoga. So Tapaha, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhanani, Kriya Yoga. That is another aspect of the same thing whatever I have said. This is what is described in Bhagavad Gita, but Yoga Sutra says in a different way. In Yoga Sutra, Patanjali asks us to transform our mind through working with your body. As I said earlier, you have to see your mind. Many people say, I want to see my mind, but I am not able to. I want to see sincerely, but I am not able to. How can I do that? Then Patanjali asks, can you see your body? Can you see the movement of your body? Then, yes, I can see. I can see the movement of my hands. I can see the movements of my body. So, then you work with your body. That is asana. For the purpose of awareness. Now, many people work with their asana for some purpose. To become slim and beauty and like that, or healthy. So, that is result-oriented action. But here, Yoga Sutra asks for process-oriented action. So you are asked to do asana every day, every day, every day. You do this asana. Asanas, you know that, no? Various asanas, Padmasana or Surya Namaskar, like that kind of physical movement. Patanjali is not giving that much importance to asanas, just to have the awareness of your body, very minimum asana. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. You should be able to sit without movement, sthiram. Sukham, comfortably. And you should not feel pain. So, sthiram Sukham Asanam. So then you start observing your body. You are developing awareness of your own body, which is comparatively easy. For developing that, he asks you to become more truthful. Yamam, niyamam. These are two ethical practices. Yama, niyama. Without yama, niyama, these asanas or any other practice won't work. Yama, niyama, that is ahimsa, satyam, asteyam, brahmacharyam, aparigraham, all these yama. Being truthful. And niyama, shaucham, santosham, tapas, swadhyayam, that you are some kind of rules in your life. So being truthful and following some rules, ethical rules in your life, that is necessary to keep your energy from losing. Your energy should not be wasted. It needs to be controlled inside you, kept inside you. For that purpose, these yama, niyama are necessary with these restrictions. Controlling your food, controlling your sleep, controlling your relationships with other human beings, relationship with various things in your life. So this is one: food, controlling your sleep, then controlling your relationship, then controlling your free time activities. When you get some free time, whatever activities you are doing, that you need to know, you need to control. Then working with your duties. So all these aspects, these will help you to understand yourself, will generate an awareness about yourself. For the purpose of mind awareness. Having mind awareness is not easy. So for that purpose, at first you are asked to control your activities. Then you are asked to see your breath. Now you are listening to me. Even while you are listening to me, you are breathing. No, you won't stop breathing. I am listening to Kannan's talk, so I am not breathing now. Nobody can sit like that. We are breathing. I am also breathing. I am not thinking about that, but unknowingly I am breathing. But consciously, I am observing my own breath. That is called pranayama. Pranayama. Ayama means control or exercise. The exercise with your own breath. Actually, what is breath? Breath means the expansion and contraction of your lungs. Am I right? Right? So, actually, when you are attracting air, your lungs are expanding. And similarly, when you are exhaling, your lungs contracting. So, the movement of your lungs, that is because of the movement of your muscles on your body. So you are able to observe your own inner part of your body. In asana, you are actually observing the external part of your body while you are moving your hands or your body parts as part of asana. You are observing the external part of your body, but through pranayama, you start observing internal part of your body. If you are able to do very small kind of minimum pranayama every day, maybe 5 minutes of pranayama every day, after 3 months, after 6 months, you will see that the awareness growing towards internal of your body. So that is the purpose. Then your mind was always going outside. That mind gradually starts coming inside of your body. That is called pratyaharam. Next step. So asanam, pranayamam, pratyaharam. Pratyaharam means the mind which is always going outside, which is always interested in various things outside yourself. Then that mind comes back inside you. Then naturally you are able to see your own thoughts. You are able to see your own emotions. Then your mind become ekagram. Ekagram means one pointed inside you. That is the purpose of asanam, pranayamam, pratyaharam. This is a practical system. Practical system. We can practice it when we are doing our activities. When we are doing our activities, then we are able to observe how my body is, how I am holding my body, how my breath is working. Always, whenever you are working, how my thoughts are going, how my emotions are working. So these 4 layers we are able to, even now you are listening to me, now you can observe your body, now you can observe your breath or the inner energy of your body, and you are able to observe your feelings. Are you happy or are you bored? So all these you are able to observe inside you. What kind of thoughts coming and going in your mind, you are able to observe. This is the system. And when you are able to observe yourself, naturally your mind will come to a kind of stillness, a rest, because you become the observer of your body and mind. Naturally, that point is called dharana. There comes real yoga, because yoga means yuj samadhau. Yoga means the one-pointed mind. Therefore, when you are able to observe your body, when you are able to observe your mind is moving, your mind is working, your body is moving. Always your body is moving. Even if you are standing or sitting without movement, inside you, various parts of your body is moving. You can hear some sound, even some sound from your body, naturally. So it is continuously working, but still you are able to observe. That observation of your mind, observation of your thoughts, observation of your emotion changing. That emotion is emotion. It always moves. It will never stay without movement. But the observation of your body, the observation of your breath, the observation of your mind, that stays without movement. And that is called yoga. So through this system, our ancient rishis, they have given us a very good system, a very good practical system, with which we are able to become the observer of your body and mind. You become the knower. You are not just the doer. Of course, your body and mind is doing action. But there is an observing faculty inside you, continuously seeing. This is called Purusha. Purusha. In Sanskrit, Purusha does not mean male. When it is added with Stri and Purusha, then Purusha means male. But here, Purusha means individual, both man and woman. That Purusha aspect, the individual, the real individual in me is an observer. My body, my mind is continuously working, but me is actually observing. That is called Purusha. That Purusha is the observer, and strengthening that Purusha is the method in yoga. For that purpose, initially, all activities what we are doing in our day-to-day life, if we are doing at home, if you are among your friends, if you are working in your office, and whatever you are doing, always you are observing yourself. And then some kind of practice, asanas, exercises, or walking, things like that, that helps to strengthen the observation. And then you sit for some time, only being the observer. You consciously stop all other activities. Like your body, you are not functioning. Consciously, you are not breathing. I can breathe. This I am breathing. But if I do not breathe, there is a natural breathing happening. I am just observing that I am not breathing, but I am observing my breath. So that is another aspect of it. And also the thoughts. I am not thinking anything. I am not thinking of a form. I am not praying. I am not doing anything. I am just sitting. When I am sitting, when I am not moving my body, when I am not breathing, natural breathing will definitely happen. And then that life force inside me is functioning. My heart functioning, my body part functioning. And I am just observer of it. I am the observer. That